With over 8 million broadcasts and over 600 million viewers engaged monthly, Restream is the #1 tool to increase your live audience organically. Restream enables you to create, analyze, and share your high-quality streams to over 30 different social networks at once. In this video, we'll go over all the different parts of Restream, from Restream Studio to our analytics, combined chat, events, and more. So, let's get right into it. Multi-streaming is the next step in the evolution of content creation, and Restream takes us a step further by enabling broadcasters to escape platform boundaries. Restream makes it effortless to grow your core audience across all of your existing social platforms without needing to spend extra time directing your audience to just one platform. To get started, first, create your account at Restream.io. Once you land on our dashboard, you'll be able to start getting your channels added. You can choose from one of the options here in our Quick Select, or click Add Channel to access all of our over 30+ supported channels. Now that all of your channels are added, you can quickly begin your live stream to Restream in one of 3 ways. The first way can be accomplished by changing your existing broadcasting software to stream to Restream. The second way you can achieve this is by using Restream Events, which will allow you to upload and schedule your pre-recorded video. The final method is Restream Studio, which allows you to go live directly from your browser. So let's go check that out now. This is Restream Studio. Our studio accelerates the live streaming process by giving broadcasters everything they need in a simple-to-use, easy-to-master package. From sharing your very own graphics, overlay, and videos, to highlighting chat comments and captions on your screen. You can do it all without having to have multiple tabs open or downloading anything. Once your stream is set up, you can begin by inviting all of your live guests, along with controlling the layout and screen capture from the controls here at the bottom of the webcam. Then once you're ready, you can click the Go Live button up here on the top to instantly go live to all of your connected channels. Once you go live, you'll notice on the right-hand side of the studio is our combined chat, which will automatically grab all of your audience's comments from all of your connected platforms and filter them into this convenient location. As I mentioned before, you can click these chat comments to make them appear on screen, or you can reply directly to your audience from this chat box here at the bottom. However, if you're not using Restream Studio, you can still access our chat directly by heading to chat.restream.io. Using this option, you can jump into our settings panel and grab yourself an overlay for your broadcasting software. Adding this overlay enables your audience and your replays to be engaged in the conversation. Once you're done with your live stream, you'll find the recording of your live stored here in our storage area, provided you're on one of our paid plans. From here, you can easily download and share the audio to an external editor such as Descript for your podcast, or download the full video without any worry over external copyright systems. You can also hover over your recordings and click Schedule. This will allow you to reshare this content to your audience later or on a different platform. Once you click that, you'll instantly swap over to a new page. And welcome to Restream Events. Aside from scheduling pre-recorded videos that you've uploaded, or from your previous recordings, you can also create events across all of your social media platforms here. Scheduling your streams ahead of time gives you a massive boost to the amount of engagement and views you'll get per platform, as your audience will have the ability to set a reminder to be alerted as soon as you go live. Finally, it's time to drill into your stream performance with Restream Analytics. Analytics gives broadcasters the ability to see exactly how their content performs across all of their social media channels at once, from engagement to common chat phrases and much more. This tool will allow you to tailor your streams to your audience, seeing at a glance what works and what isn't working. And that's it. You're ready to become a Restream master. I've been Randy from Restream, and thanks for checking out this video.
designing. Vital Printing offers quality printing services in car branding, t-shirt printing, printing of wedding and invitation cards, printing on cups and mugs, printing on paper bags and posters, and also offers embroidery services, printing of banners of all kinds. Among other print-related Vital services, delivery services are available. Contact Vital Printing and Designing on 30-225-75152 or 30-225-75153. Vital Printing and Designing, your first printing option.
Cash on the emo me yeah. She refuse to do me like wobbe. Yeah. Same time sipping lime and more. Yeah. She dey make a craze with her body shape. Yeah.
Yo, Nana, what do you mean?
Good evening, Papa Chai.
Oh, okay. Now, me first say because I had say you know any problems, kakra. Me ba my me try to make clear and deal with you. Computer number it's a free name. We are there now. I'm a phone. I'm a program now. I'm starting to see what. So, okay. Yeah. Okay, let me say now he needs to start a rough kakra. And yeah, they say when I know what to say, but so who's idea is someone
But I'm new police, you know.
the one some more kind.
Me use my phone to some kitchen mammy.
Okay, I'll say don't speak she in court, CID boss to police detectives. Now, I just want to ask this guy, this stupid idiot police officer, say, Umbia court, nipa hene ya na ontimi kambro for court no, on kasem na obey a say, what he said now, or say it's a disgrace, say, ubi wo, your friend is saying, all can cheat. Now, me bisa no say, nti ude oko web page na uko YouTube webo questions and crofo bisa no. And they say, the wolf is a otihono. Wo ashished mama we ebe was why we are petition when you crutches will be our petition. Na o catch and say, yeah, oko quarter, lose for the quarter, ma wonka chino one can brofono. A nipa he and a panzer one bete asamna o can because we are one tiase. It is also on camera for one. Do no work or camera for now. Some now work on a one tiasia. So what you say? Yeah, must have no more way saying a problem. Nature say, you who yes, you could be one. What camera for court room? Not a buy a day. Who cost Spanish countries now? Why not one cost because of one? There's one camera for one because who are Muna Ujano, whom pay one some. Ukrum kasa na wompe me ye brofo kra wontimi nka ne ye obejira wo a wezira a wo hye sa ache wezi me ya pa se wo awurade de bekana won sam fun we ne ye da su ni etiti police ni we sam fun
We I say man resign na no see no resign.
ye ma on resign Ghana ye man resign ye say ye man resign any peoples so and very good because no onye me face onye police ni see to me man post cry and so the man post because when you be a new emra also
And I say me human so cry for saying that. How can you say that?
me who were in here no like or face so cancer some Me who so opposite chess and so opposite chess what a brofana. And now the chess a good for the camera of Funtin. Here's also camera of Uniana.
Unless it be your person cafe, who court now or camera for and you'll be annexed. But the thing is, it's the duty of the court to look for an interpreter to become clear. It's the duty of the court to get somebody who would turn it to English. Well,
Yeah. Say a hack, so when we say Gruma Kra, who court to Nasa, only a demo interpreter. So to say, who court to say, who can say me, who has a wounded brofwan. Your mount interpreter only bit in Akasa. Na waiting your church, as a man or canon. I would also say, well, my any explanation be say police for go detective or whatever, CID boss told them say, don't speak in court. She said, what do you mean by don't speak P in court? That's the question. They should have asked him, say, and then also say, question I said, well, can. Depending baby on how Brofuna or court now, or is a court now, say, well, can court case in court, you know, yeah, different from and some court, no, I can't. Oh, what they want to have in a walk a different story. Actually, go for the moment, you say, English. One can, I won't catch it, won't catch it, won't English. Anyway, yɛn ankasa mu no yɛn a na yɛn own enemies nti no ɛnyɛ biribi a ɛnyɛ yi nso wo pɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ n sɛ borɔfo no yɛ better than yɛ group kasa. It's one thing Fidel Castro na mepɛ ne ho asɛm. Fidel Castro no be a not English very very good ɔka borɔfo a
well, no, I see a chin back court, another baby, you son say, my country, and then Casano Pesica. English, then a honor. Now we could be lawyer be, I know we make me chrome how be on them, but grab too much. I to tell one man say yes. As I'm not can, and you're buying credit in Hubert. Lawyer be, I know what you baby keke.
So no name say when say nipa bi wɔ ha when ya hyɛ atade bi no na kyerɛ sɛ ɔno de ɔfiri sɛ that's the end. That's some of the canon yourself. So that CID boss. We are CID boss and Tima will be able to come away. Yako, Yako bibi assembly wo could be a say and answer and fancy assembly near the assembly court. Nasa ya frère will be a overcatcher and say overcatcher the bro for actually one. Now, then I'll be catching. Because the more now will catch you now, who come. Say me and some me bro, honey, you can me interpret it into English now. The me canon, the me tea and American Joe. So what you say? At Senka on one customer air can it key natural one, who bet you say more. So what you say the American say.
Yeah, Matthias say, but wait, yes, I need to back us. I say, me say, me do Ghana and me do baby, me tree and America. Opa, Opa, then say, and then family home, my country. If I'm only able to communicate to you, I'm quite up to you to understand. Me go ham who crank Canberra. How crabby she'll be a queen. Opa, say, Opa, unless you say, be a the American on teach. Right, well, they be my camera bro for saying I make me speak across. But so to treat there no way say me make camera bro. And then Opa, you can accept it or not.
Yeah, mommy, say, mommy, 1 minute, Nami Shati idea of restarting the video because it's now going through the other, lines. Why? That's 1 minute. If I tell more, will be a bear with me. 1 minute, may sound back when I tell. Yeah. Okay. And say we are back. And we start. All right.
VitalGH Radio has a wealth of experience executing the full spectrum of public relations tactics: advertisement, radio broadcasting, interviews, voiceover, jingles, commercials, and many more. You can contact us on our US lines on 3022 575152 or on our Ghana lines on 0546 494-885, or you can visit us on our website on www.vitalghradio1.com.
If you want this, if you want that, it's all over Vital Radio. If you want that, and if you want this, it's all over Vital Radio. Yeah. Vital Radio, Vital Radio, Vital Radio, yeah. Vital Radio, Vital Radio, yeah, Vital Radio, Vital Radio, Vital Radio.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Usman Ture from the Gambia. The reason for this video today is to let you know that there is the need for Africa to have a medium. There is the need for us as youths to promote a continental dialogue among ourselves. And I just want to tell you that I have taken it upon myself to launch a YouTube channel. And this YouTube channel is called Usman Toure, and all that we intend to do is to promote African perspective, allowing the youth of Africa to have a constructive discussion, to have a constructive dialogue among ourselves, promoting solution to the continental problems. As my friend Professor Jibril Fall once said, we are tired of being peddlers of problems, but we have to be the merchants of solutions. I therefore call on all African youths to embrace this medium. Take it upon yourself as yours. Let us come and learn from each other. Let us share experiences. Let us promote peace. Let us promote unity and take our destiny into our own hands. Because it is high time for us to know that it is the youths that have the responsibilities to save Africa from the current crisis that it is undergoing. And no other individuals will do this for us. Africans in the continent, Africans in the diaspora, we all have a responsibility. We are tired of waiting for politicians to do the job for us. We have to take it upon ourselves. Let us ensure that we educate each other on values of Africans. Let us educate each other on principles, on things that matters to us, on things that are going to save our generations and generation of Africans to come. I therefore call on everyone to subscribe into this YouTube channel because it is ours. Thank you.
I'm saying it was some. I'm saying doing it. I'm so be a. I think who be a multi and yeah back na me connect you know. I'm saying na I back your friend saying USB port no na back etu efi na you know enko to the radio stations no. And that's no the air can na one radio no so. Anyway, and then they say discuss this particular boy, yeah, your friend Osman Toure. And then him say Enra, and we'll be sending me and they also minty this particular boy, no. The comments are okay. And first, now me say. One of those Sakaba boys now when he was at the end by who picture me who say just be out there somebody was talking and in my shed empty and in there we got to me TV no and me share this one guy we in Nigeria friend a Parana one and I interview boy no now interview now or interview boy and say what interview now what means a boy when or a very intelligent boy very me who akoda oh yeah first of all now let me go back to and no be okay. Number one I'll say when you scholarship to go to Canada to study in Canada. And he turned it down. Now, I'll turn it down. In fact, me and I was wondering, say, when you have full scholarship, I will call Canada, why did you turn it down? Because then why did that? So I turn it down. It was so on Canada. And he said something. I'll say, look, how many people are Africans are Wako Europe, Wako Germany, Wako all these countries no. Aba back to Africa. I think I won't pointing there baby. That's the number one question. Number two, I'll say the education system there in country Africans need now. And what? Because of what is going on with our political system. Number two, Gambia, yeah. And then, as I was me already mama, and then who say Jayaku or Gambia. I don't know, say Gambia. Let me see. I'm going to see where it's. I think it's a Gambia now. I don't think say Gambia because we didn't pray me. Gambia now Guinea. No, Guinea. Guinea. Yes, Guinea, Gambia. Guinea want to overthrow the friends leader, which is County, or the BB County. And then he says something, say, African, they are not leaders. You see, majority of our so-called leaders, they are not leaders. Because he gave an example of what a leader is. So, say, leader, you should do something and let the people follow you to where you are going. And yes, he says so many things. Now there's one idea I want you to listen to before we go on with this.
Should we just live as a continent and believe that anything that we want, we have to go to the West to get it? Of course, no. So this is the generation that should actually change the narrative for this continent. Otherwise, we can never make it. The world is growing faster than we can ever imagine. Right. And we must equip ourselves with our own realities and dig into solutions for the African continent, and therefore we register the development that we all want. But youths have to be in the front line, and we must be equipped with quality education, well informed by the African reality in order to realize those agendas.
You are listening to the Blackfeed Radio. Hit that subscribe button and keep listening.
We are talking about the fourth industrial revolution. We're talking about artificial intelligence. We're talking about a future in which individuals must be prepared in a way that they can come up or face all challenges and then navigate a way out. And to do that, Africans must be equipped with readiness to take up responsibilities, and as well as being equipped with quality of knowledge to be able to stand those particular powers and to be able to stand those particular change, because the change is inevitable. So we must prepare for it. To many African societies, we have been relying on Western models, Western way of perceiving how societies need to be in order to shape our development agendas, our projects, our development models, but these things have not been working for us. Now the fact is that I'm just saying that all African countries need to start looking inward. If you have been looking up and you can't see solution, is it not time for you to look down? And Rwanda has a model, and Rwanda is a model for the continent in a sense that we are talking about a country that was down to zero back in 1994. We are talking about a country that was at its roots, and how were they able to save their society with unity, with transitional justice system, putting individuals back to the society, work as a community, build that unity among themselves. And today we see it as one of the fastest growing economies. It's not a magic, it's about relying on yourself, believing on yourself, having a vision and a good leadership quality, or a good leadership that informs every individual to take up responsibility. And one of the basic, or one of the things that is very, very important about Rwanda is that you look at the leadership, they make the people very important. They're proud to say the Rwandan. They're proud to talk about the people of Rwanda. And that is how you charge individual to take responsibility. So it to them that the development lies in their hands. So to them that the development can only be realized with unified forces. And that is exactly the results that we are seeing today. So what do we need to do now as young scholars, as Africans, is going back to the Pan-African spirit. What was Marcus Garvey calling for? What was B. Du Bois calling for? What was John Henry Clark calling for? What was, we can talk about them, the sacrifice they've made for this continent, even with the fact that they were not born in the continent, but they just see themselves with their color, with their blood, as individuals who belong to us. We talked about Pan-Africanists who were within the continent, like Nkrumah. We can talk about, so many of them, like Julius Nyerere of Tanzania. We can talk about Gambians, Edward Francis Small, and etc. We can talk about the Nelson Mandelas and etc. We had like big generation of African leaders who stood up to fight against dominance, to fight against control. But the same battle that they were doing is still here. You've made mention of Thomas Sankara, for instance. I look at him as something extraordinary because of the way in which he stood for his people. With the belief, with the vision, all these things that we're talking about today. Human right of women, right to employment. These are his own ideas. He was talking about them at a time when no one, including European countries, were not. So, like, if you look at it like in the 1980s and etc., you look at Burkina Faso, like in the way in which Thomas was able to, come up with ideas to empower women. And again, let me say this before I forget. Today, when African people talk about women empowerment, they don't give Rwanda as a reference. Why?
The Blackfeed Radio. Hit the like button and make a comment before sharing.
In the United States, let us look at the statistics. Women representative in parliament is less than 20%. Rwanda has more than 50%.
68, I think, right now.
When we talk about our cabinet system, look at the women representative in Rwanda. You don't have all these statistics. In the US, you don't have them in any European countries. But yet, they've centralized everything to make it to us that what they have is the best thing. So, some of the things that they talk about, even if you apply logic in it, you know that they get it wrong. So, I think there are some of the things that we need to do. It is high time that we rely on our realities, on some of the issues that are in line with the African agenda. No continent, no country can develop using foreign education. No country can develop using foreign aid. No country can develop using foreign culture. It is time for Africans to realize this. Otherwise, we are going nowhere.
Baba, Jim, what you said if one Osama bin Laden in Crawford. Anyway, me pese e go back. Me pese who say dey we say before say it was who say dey we say.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take it off and say police knew him say jama na so kwase bia ni Ghana ho bi say we police ni so I see ID mon pa dey them say we Jimmy pa so they say because when him example what kind no it didn't make any sense say police for no eco court na say one camera for because one camera for some no okay. Why would somebody go to court? I say Abrewabia and then I could in a court, and then I could in a kaika. They said Cambrofo, actually I'm the one. Are you telling me say unless they have interpreters at home version, but why say yet Ghana? Na unipakuno Cambrofo no near Sankofa interpreter or what as I didn't begin at that can so interpreted to this woman. Does it make any sense? No. I don't think say police in way no. I think immediately na I think he inedi. A man continue free no page no papa be. So why could do kuku for more? How do you betting a camera for with kuku no? Because we are so stupid. Because I only with a year a friend saying I'm saying in Facebook and YouTube. The way I na and it is 18 at 10 no. I don't think say AB are not because when they are when they say blue a ina hatana there's be a casibia on because we CID boss. It is same because same year why is it utinika. this is where now this program now my boy had the environment here may try say measure na ya can want some. There are so many things boy you can say or could be with him answer. This is not his first interviews. So what they all call YouTuber, there are so many of them. And some of boy he can makes sense 100%. First of all, the same thing about say Ian Campbell for no. He said, Sembakaya Singapore for you know when you're independent. Instead of say one by like turn into English because in Abrofuna one by into English. They turn everything into their language. They rewrote everything, turn everything into their own language, and then start. Now one start to say, everything now. Like 1 year, and then they turn some of their schools into technical schools instead of Ghana and college. They call secondary schools be brave. Who is secondary school now? Who needs my because your school knows also know what they are doing in this. Who call secondary school now? They don't tell you say secondary school now who we are. So with me, a year one casa way juma. Name will be a say will be secondary school being a buying a juma aye. It is no man and I am my no because they don't teach you say so with me a organizer and now say we a painter and now we be something be or high bit me among with daily food just a daily bread every day when you're nearly. See a fitter, see how to change oil, how to do this because Ghana can't say oh you know when you small place in the crowd waiting change oil every single day. Say change oil, your oil and you change oil and you change brakes and you we say because some no money in Obia we are either so or government because some government long list of line no yet because one tell me who back could be and go for so one compare more here. So ministries who whatever line no yet maybe about 2 miles. And I microphone time ben I will a bit do so waiting even forms. Would you make idea because it's not going to get to you. Why do we keep on going to secondary schools? And then the one thing I don't understand. Secondary schools, nothing. Because maybe a school, because maybe call technical school, that's one thing. You're not making secondary school and then make technical. Takrady Polytechnic, when I'm in school. Now, actually, man, secondary school with you at the Form 3, and I'm a technical school. We call Kokusia engineering school, technical. Because it was very difficult for me because now boys now me go share on now on acquire pre-tech. The all call school be answer be call police so pre-tech. But me secondary school na coin. And that is very difficult for and no be na me. But one thing I was glad they said teacher na me go share no. Did a very good job because now I guess now on he taught me very good because secondary school I couldn't name but autonomo as me what I have to do. Now we have this situation in Ghana now. Secondary schools, they are everywhere. MCC say every town in Ghana, we have secondary school. Secondary schools everywhere, no technicals. Technical schools need to. And even if you go to a technical school now, we are the basic thing I say your mom would say and say. I said feel say this is what they have to do. And I said again something like technical vocational. You are going to teach you say school now. You are not going to be depending on the government to find a job. There are so many things now you yourself can do on your own. Thank you to every more. Between the IT, yes, we go to IT. Between so many things, radio repairing, all these things. I remember when I was going to school, when I decided to go to a technical school, first, let me see me person me call. Let me say, school be radio and television or something like that. Radio and something. School. Now, radio, they did say radio and TV. And now I wanted to go to that school. But Papa felt said it wasn't a good idea. Said how to repair a TV and how to make a radio. But that was his idea. Or no, if say make school now, maybe build and before the one radio bubble horn and repair. At which is also is a good job because radios, if you know how to do it now, you can repair so many people's TV and radio. So, but where now we are going, most of the employment in adults in Ghana because they don't teach them after we school, and now you are in school now. They teach you how to be your own employer or start your own business. We don't teach them all these things. And one is when they school baby, we are that's it. Ya tu ama kona koye. Schools go hard. They give you the tools, So we are. These are your tools. Let's just say you're a carpenter. Your mom tools. So this is some of the things now you need to go and open your own carpentry shop. Because they say Nanzani call Ghana. We're making good furniture. Furniture power me who ya a DSCC abontain lot of one for iron. It was very, very nice. But the way now, also 1 year no man say normally you know good lot of home. And I say I mean, I don't know, say they have a place to put it now. But ACCC lot of empower all those things so the way now we are going, and the way we are teaching all these children, turning a thing around now. We are not going anywhere. And the more fit the country, the more fit the country, the more every single day. And the Nanaya am so the Wuti boy no dear Kakra, and so Sunday I didn't so brave be and Tina say Wuti. Can you comment on it for Kakra?
Yeah, sure. It's a boy, a message, and challenging me kakra, and also mama arguing how to go back and do what I intend to do. Mm-hmm. Why am I saying that? Before I go back to that one, I find it difficult to understand and believe. I find it difficult to believe and understand. And you say, "BBR, this is a train." Or my penny president, politicians to do some things for us. For example, Uwo Krum, Uyo Hene, and our community Krum and Babisa, Sebi, Ejanibia, KVIP, and now see Gatamwesi. It ain't me and rally up and crawford, and I ain't me at any appeal for funds in raising funds. Any sika, and now a holding and to get them, and now any KVIP. I find it difficult to understand. And I to soon ye ready. Let's see a baby. Because for example, now I say Krubi to say Kwani other police crew to an accident they do a while. flood SCM. Flood America flood SCM. But me checking we know it is a gutters no the most anyway. But the next question is you want penny for beer omonyi ebinu musikani other things. Inti ohene no and now penny beer ntimi rezi up you say yeah wo hey krum hey amo amana no Ghana ne US ni we ni minimum nipa mensa mi ye be appeal for funds ye co rent a excavator Ghana rent 10,000 Ghana 15,000 whatever it will be even Ghana 100 Ghana cedis intimi rent sa excavator e ma me ti ade mu e ma yen nti e ma enso mu enye clear until I just twen e ma opani bi e den e ba na and my government so I find it difficult to understand why it mean because Chroma America high one developed countries. Nema Bibro ha appeal for funds and fundraising. Senior many work Chroma to the year. We are phone call and I say Bokona be mail, either see police and now fire service and now way as your contribution. We are telling you. Well, Ghana, we can do that. So why are we not doing that? Well, and I'm going back to Saturday night because say my dream one I think I have to go back and I believe do what I intend to do. No, me pay school I say maybe a school anywhere Ghana. But the thing is, my study who says schools will be a school. Me person me international curriculum, either British curriculum or international curriculum. Na nkwala na training mu de ma ko hinfa. Any blame. But the thing is, see GES Ghana Education Service will be over. The Ghana Education intimi training and call any years you okay. Emma yen lift standard nana. And now be issue abrofo no standard Cambridge curriculum, international curriculum, Asian curriculum. And no be issue the actual microphone or and so can't we say no, hell no. Though I'll face some challenges and other, but I'm going to teach Ghana GES curriculum. But I'll raise the standard. Well, raise the standard. The type of teachings, any training and members teacher for any student will be different altogether. Any ordinary ones maybe, but they're the same GES. And I will compare, make sure make sure high quality training. School fees no any basa do a Ghana Education Service, but everything will be also be higher. Well, so we can do that, and I find it difficult to understand and say why yentimi any sade no oye krom ho. Eyami na kakra. Well, and eyami ya because senior making I think a mirror so say also jai we cram make we also jai sa British curriculum ni international curriculum ni one curriculum no. Near come back to Ghana Education Service. Near letting the standard of training for the teachers and also the school at the same time. Na say bibi susu esi oye kuro mo susu a enyo oman no government ni ye hwe nani. Nti manu esi.
I think I will kind of very, very important. Yes, they're not boy no can or say with the old school now. Yeah, the dear, what the white man brought for us. We are learning everything. They are what I'm trying to say. Because you school near City and Girls, which is equivalent to Ghana one friend of Wasi or whatever. No? The City and Girls, not it's a polytechnic, now questions straight from London because you have to pass British for City and Girls, to advance. So, but say we call.
I can hear.
Hello. See the Atimega.
Yeah, I feel them at Unka.
Say the microphone. I think that the USB cables, I have I think. Right. Now I'm saying what's the name of the song to me? The base media what it.
Yeah, Mitunka.
I'm saying about which one? Okay.
Auntie Balan is one now or mass way.
Oh my. That means your problem be what simply means so by idea I don't know.
Into me a chirakwana.
Okay, friend. Now but you want to make that
I feel them because me restarting because if my phone to me restarting several times.
Oh, okay. No, I'm say, but who the control USB port to be? It's all the event mics and it goes to the USB port. It's out here. Yeah, not
Okay. Yeah. Anna, I comment also on the boy in India. For example, let's say a EB Ghana, which a Miyakakra. Because I kept asking myself why. The day I'm saying to Ghana say, no boy be a work baby. Anna, you soon my dear party. Exams no be brave. Anna, a kufado, a dear my sika, a ban so team. UK. Do a bad idea. But the thing is, why UK? What about the universities in Ghana? What about tech? What about Legon? All that schools new. Why that? The Okoyeno, is it different from what the HA or Honana? So the question is, why are you taking the person out of the country? Why? The Okosiano different. You be Ghana, Okusian about back to Ghana.
It could be.
Over here now, the Okosian English and maths.
No.
Okosian a physics and chemistry. Events and business communication, and they have all these things in Ghana. And if say you need your Ghana Krana, how much does it cost to bring such? Say no, because of the advancement in technology, the person can even be in Ghana and still subscribe and still study. But my argument is, say and I think maybe you have to go back to say this Pan-African ideology anyway. Why are we exporting the brain out?
Yeah.
What I say? Maybe me use my own money. What I say? But the thing is, if we can get what we are looking for example, visa, about school, any other things, about two things. If the Abrafu need your money here, because they need your money and your mind, they will bring you. Other than that, they will tell you, say, I didn't know who be Ghana. They won't give you the visa.
No, they have made some many changes. I don't know. But means also kakra wahasi. Yes, you may disagree with president in a decision will make it, but on the other hand, so no say what the quadrum kakra, mimi opinion you, not that I'm, I think see, obey better off because like who say a whatever course now or I don't know. So recently, Ushe as well. Only the neighbor, I think say Oko ambassador boy na or interview no or interview no. The whole London in school or university or no on any or buy and so no on any will be the subjects that were ye na.
That one I do understand.
The question is say a bit me about say your friend is saying courses now ye be ni legal e bi so ni your friend is saying tech whatever and other universities in Abano na say ho ne kwan so wo ho on the other hand so betimi aba say university no man scholarship based on na year kita no nti no wo beka so wonko say university no ko hwehwe na man scholarship wa chesi anu momo de me I don't have anything.
And no you see the people said it's the government who the president, the government who took him out, sent him to the advanced country to go and study. And the government does not allow the president only usually the salary, but issue the taxpayers' money. What I say. So my argument is, what about the schools in Ghana? Well, because of that, that is why Africa. Black as a human, that's why we are not able to go up because we have excuses and we can justify everything. Wow, what I say, we can justify. Be brave, but the truth of the matter is sometimes I will say taking some book and penifona betray more comedy on body. The Charles no, they took some standard B. He said, guy, you kind of say the offer he got scholarship to go to Canada and study, but he turned it down. And if I say, as you can bro for Kabaka, so what trouble that? I had come how many ways say Vietnamese will be for India, and I said China, and I say even Mexico, and now we are even you won't know Chroma, but Okasa, but I say, Jama, to say Africa the neighbor, but yeah, before no, you can actually bro for instance in Africa. So the whole thing is you have two. You try, and you're not proud of ourselves to develop ourselves and go back and do what we are supposed to do.
Maybe a home one of the issues I be maybe, but Abia Ubisu Bisasa question maybe and my baby like we were saying we so onuna didn't call. And I see or no a Kufuaduna Isikan or Dineko, whatever the case, I think say how do I put it? Just say me back cranny say recently so girl back or no so HRC or no or yoba or no so Nanka your friends your co-ambassador and didn't buy, now I was hoping say at least on quite or science, whatever, media say only we no back abeboa na mana koswa it shouldn't be a problem, but the problem is say ebia wa yen why is so good na fi wa developer ebibi no na wa koka ho so
okay Motimega.
Yes.
Okay. You can say we share idea before because now out there or here, but who they big boy Asema or can.
Should we just live as a continent and believe that anything that we want, we have to go to the West to get it? Of course, no. So this is the generation that should actually change the narrative for this continent. Otherwise, we can never make it. The world is growing faster than we can ever imagine. Right. And we must equip ourselves with our own realities and dig into solution for the African continent, and therefore we register the development that we all want. But youths have to be in the front line, and we must be equipped with quality education, well informed by the African reality in order to realize those agendas.
You are listening to the Blackfeed Radio. Hit that subscribe button and keep listening.
We are talking about the fourth industrial revolution. We're talking about artificial intelligence. We're talking about a future in which individuals must be prepared in a way that they can come up or face all challenges and then navigate a way out. And to do that, Africans must be equipped with readiness to take up responsibilities, and as well as being equipped with quality of knowledge to be able to stand those particular powers and to be able to stand those particular change, because the change is inevitable. So we must prepare for it. To many African societies, we have been relying on Western models, Western way of perceiving how societies need to be in order to shape our development agendas, our projects, our development models, but these things have not been working for us. Now the fact is that I'm just saying that all African countries need to start looking inward. If you have been looking up and you can't see solution, is it not time for you to look down? And Rwanda has a model, and Rwanda is a model for the continent in a sense that we are talking about a country that was down to zero back in 1994. We are talking about a country that was at its roots, and how were they able to save their society with unity, with transitional justice system, putting individuals back to the society, work as a community, build that unity among themselves. And today we see it as one of the fastest growing economies. It's not a magic, it's about relying on yourself, believing on yourself, having a vision and a good leadership quality, or a good leadership that informs every individual to take up responsibility. And one of the basic, or one of the things that is very, very important about Rwanda is that you look at the leadership, they make the people very important. They're proud to say the Rwandan. They're proud to talk about the people of Rwanda. And that is how you charge individual to take responsibility. Show it to them that the development lies in their hands. So to them that the development can only be realized with unified forces. And that is exactly the results that we are seeing today. So what do we need to do now as young scholars, as Africans, is going back to the Pan-African spirit. What was Marcus Garvey calling for? What was B. Du Bois calling for? What was John Henry Clark calling for? What was, we can talk about them, the sacrifice they've made for this continent, even with the fact that they were not born in the continent, but they just see themselves with their color, with their blood, as individuals who belong to us. We talked about Pan-Africanists who were within the continent, like in Nkrumah. We can talk about, so many of them, like, Julius Nyerere of Tanzania. We can talk about Gambians, Edward Francis Small, and etc. We can talk about the Nelson Mandelas and etc. We had like big generation of African leaders who stood up to fight against dominance, to fight against control. But the same battle that they were doing is still here. You've made mention of Thomas Sankara, for instance. I look at him as something extraordinary because of the way in which he stood for his people. With the belief, with the vision, all these things that we're talking about today. Human right of women, right to employment. These are his own ideas. He was talking about them at a time when no one, including European countries, were not. So, like, if you look at it, like in the 1980s and etc., you look at Burkina Faso, like in the way in which Thomas was able to, come up with ideas to empower women. And again, let me say this before I forget. Today, when African people talk about women empowerment, they don't give Rwanda as a reference. Why?
The Blackfeed Radio. Hit the like button and make a comment before sharing.
Okay. So this boy was telling us because I decided to watch him. So if you go to YouTube, his name is Osman Toure. So if you type Osman Toure now, you will find out exactly about tons of interviews for IN. Because if you listen to this boy now, what he's telling us now is this. We can't rely on the white people all the time. It's a time for us to start doing things on our own. Because this is not, because your books is based by the white people.
I agree. I agree. I agree 100%. And
all these things, so why can't we just do everything on our own? So you test now, you Ghana for never show exams. Me and Casamu, the actual common Koran Atia. Then we are then from London, near the Abagana, near I be distributed for schools. What is this? Is it on no idea of Rena or children? No, children. So you say, now you are following the same path since 1957, whatever 1957, for 19 something. You have been following this now until we are probably.
Yeah. Me tell you, but the point in it say. Or reminding me, a African guy, PLO Lunumba, Kalani Kasa like that. I don't know what he is, a guy. Baby, cry me on any interview or something.
The same thing about is the same thing. He's trying to tell us that we should forget about some manner we are following because we are always following the way people don't stop. Bolivia, a dear, profane by the ends of Robert Yabu. Police need we.
There's one in country now.
What here we say, what was a police near or
I know I mean, so or police in any feel comfortable so or become brofun or country. What is wrong with that?
The point is this, and yet all come in. Let's say, what of our boy to be a woman who's there, and they don't want to put every customer no code. If you know police mean and become as someone we can understand, say, as someone who can any the point, no. It is a one that can bro no na so we can bro be or how they want to understand.
And they disagree with police, you know, say don't I know they wanya that.
With a stupid idea, but some we actually don't have a more because as someone who can wait just some yet see kind of Zambia is not one. They say yeah the one the start Chinese. Chinese have become China. And sooner or later, one back China, one back Ghana, China, China will see. It will be a big China for Casanaka. You're not watching. If the other says, they will put you baby no okay, brand no, it's okay. I go the woods, oh, you would go away one table.
More brofun since you know.
And I will come from near through. But it is a machine. Why are you laughing at me? I didn't know what was because because try to back home where you my Jew need you guys need so one back home
because in background there's a noise a radio like something is
until the end of
I don't think so. Let me see. Let me tell me TV no free.
Okay, because you don't know the my feedback. you didn't have very no man. Did you go to what? Wouldn't take more camp for that. Who could cut up in the walker? One day, and then this and say, assuming me go yet at the man. It didn't call and Aquana, oh, yeah, a so yeah, no, yet, yes, you the call now one for start to say, or Yemi. Or Yemi.
Oh, you see the Chrome Casa.
Well, we see the group but not your Jewish, we are not that guy.
Oh, okay.
Me call him a catcher and say, me call now funny Yemi or so funny friend, not or Yemi. No, as I'm a Jew in Yemi. I say, local baby Anna will be started over here. Had a winning groom gata. Or no kind of groom gata, not so yen groom gata, or not so told the other one. And we are now, can be teacher now, obeying a yen, or there's nothing obeying because don't tell them now what can happen. So it is a old money here or there, and yeah, don't do it because no bar, maybe come or you started to cut don't look at the groom as I can. But can the groom, sir, as I tell I'm also one tear here. Tell me you also on your woo, media macan.
I think it is like you were done for you now. Okay, last time we also country are no so person come from Mobia.
Next time, secret to be a maybe I come from Mobia TV.
We are the way now. Yeah, my baby was Ghana. Because I'm going to get a cheap where I want it. Now, some we go, you know.
Gladys in the class meeting was on the back of Brofo.
Come, Brofo, for him.
What best at the back, Nana, America. Uba crank way chica clan over cranka day. Minim gun and Nibia over Jewish neighbor. Aquadan in the country. The mamma say, I don't know what language they are speaking of. Even this boy want to talk that language to me. Ghana in the city, Junior Aquadan in the country.
Okay.
Language is easy.
See, Nadia say, Michano, Nadia Tamoya Bofran, Namidini call a day, home daycare. Namamini Italian. I don't cry Kahona Manakoya Frenchy. I feel both you know Italian Cassan. One day we may call and say, I hope say Cassana Casa was your daughter. O Cassam Bakuano are picking it so easily. Never see Obafia, the Ocaning in Ano, Mente. And you know, or so you don't mind if I teach you. And I'm sure I don't mind if you teach her. No, so okay. Not Italian. To know, Drew, your friend is saying, oh, no making I been say, or no person your French, you know. Yeah. So a advantage. A advantage somewhere say. Say what Chinese and if you know on in Cambro for
mother language there so Utimeka.
But this time Ghana no the police didn't me disagree with that, you know, or yeah, I totally disagree.
Correct Facebook there go catch them. Kwado to one just where the deal will be a bit use insult.
Yeah. Because you know some of they can express themselves in the court the way probably they can obey, but
America crazy baby I know Cambro. Yeah, I know you interpreter no.
Spanish if we cry no the upper Spanish will be
what the crab also want.
Yeah, missing my obi fie wa ha krumha. Oh, when they were dealing with Papa and my America and oh, made them they won't teach you. They don't want
even America hire one, as you maybe what say US Army anyway. Ujania, Uka Chi, an African language, you joke for speaking that language.
Yeah, extra language, yes.
Yeah, extra language. You joke Uka Chi, and Brofu, if you see, at the go at the camp, no, sir, Creole, ni broken English, you choke for that. Now, what to me? Application warrior said, Daniel, and I will can you the cake when you be now sent to school.
What the most useless, the most useless police officer who we are. The Ghana for country and I and catching we are the most useless police officer. We had the name of we are petition. We nipa or no we any we are petition the deal of the police the end of camp of boy like you. We could see a problem here. Maybe I want to know in confiding and confiding because always be a assembly and Macambia is stupid. JM say when I say Akata and also be my you see what this week in Ghana now who say wako woman be by my head and with me my kakra so the
my marshal for you now about any for you now about VitalGH radio so let me say me team come on I think it's very good issue but me not this kind of stories about Yamin follow people. The reason is we have created all this the entire ocean me program or YouTuber well to the fact to everybody listen to me the Manko school until Brofonu cry the mean nanka person makase me koka or me program so but say ban say kakra ebia yeso ebetumi aka say nipa dom tie anahwe program nanka ebetumi aka but well me dey bia ya me catch them for say enebre a before sorry na we say na yenko ye dem na ekofa ye de no enye ye pe o obi be fi so na before na muni bia enye ni bia nemo ye nananum na mere bia etwum na omu kura ma de mo koye no ene omu no mo return baye ni nyina ne say senia ye mana ntumi anye no ye back abeye ya de enu nti ene babunu bia youth bia bibi sabesi na edi betu social media na obedidi openi na tem no enu nkyere se won bo ade ye call into hunhum dia wanyisi sa nipa na okasem no 1,000 times but ye hunu wani so se oyakora ana se oye young but ye nti ase se enyama bia beba these days na youth bia beba abonti bedidi openi bia tem bia ye ti ase se that's how it's supposed to be sa na wo se kono efri se ya jai enyama to ho ena se bio ye kofa obi de se enunu ena papa mi de bia ya meka se mi nti ase de nti sa nyama wina ye be ka kire bi before say wo nyankopon a osum no se bio eye nkwase asem eye wudie eye se nti tutwini now mimi de na ekura mi ni de ejinkwa eye se nti ji yes all the ba ebe kasa ya na eji no wanfa no nkwa na bae o de sa kasa no ka na odi ni nyama ono kasa yesusu ka ho nti se ya tumi ajetum se ye besumo musum ne dia ede ye by force say ye beje om kasa no so atum enu ena asay bi before from recently enya afi ba ko nya afi mienu enya mfie miensa be ye over me fan say mfie oha ana say opipipipi ni ena sanya mawe abe de abesei fine se ya ba ye nananu ma omakwasa on the sisi o made no se ye beye emana ye yi a enye kasa nko mi sana de bia mi bompa ye kire o mo ami ka kire o mo se edwuma mo sa mo chibasa mo ba beye no enye kasa nko nemu ebe kasa eni anamoto se nyama bi ne wo se yesai na ntumi se nyama bi a sa na wo se ye no na Ghana nkwa ye jaye se ade na de bia ye beka asem se mpenifo ti agi se se ade sa na wo se ye no because na Rwanda na ebubo edina se Kagame and sorry and destroy bi and destroy mocks bi and destroy some organization bi a ohun say no this enyama ni nyina na say Rwanda ntimami say na anka na Rwanda ebebo edin nti se police ni o mi hu ni picture mpokra se ni Mr. Kwame Saka okai no nipa e wonu mu nsa se bi adwena sei ekogina ho se emaye nka ekrom kasa enye police ni na eka o no emaye blame police ni no that's the law emra e work out ho no ma court several times Emra wo court ho say udu ho menka okrom kasa. Nti se police ne ka enye onu na edi sa mra ne ba. Yen hwehwe se mra no wo mra na ye wo no mu ana se police officer no na edi ba. Sa na wo ho se udu court a onka okrom kasa. Nempo ye yi court asem free ye school sa ye di e mako no. Da be na ye mako school aba ye hu se ye di twi note amanu ana ewe note amanu ana dagomba note amanu so anye da. De bia nye brofo na omdi bae. Na se bio ye no maminu mu a ya nko school no. Nye yesu ye force try say ye nche ye mi de bia mi didi mi sister. Because who classroom school them to say what that. So nana owa we no come here. Don't do that. I say what then our person will tell me. Kora no course say okay be chire na. Or say I don't hear ewe. Who catch you chire na. Or say I don't and me be some sister say then our person will tell me. Sana ya boru no, sana ya fa no e ma na beka ho. Nti mrane say men chire aka nkasa wo school. Mrane che men chire ewe wo school, men chire dangoba wo school. Ni saint no abeye part of the suban. Nti enye police officer ne na edi court ho. Eye mrane say ukodu court menka aka nkasa na menka epe kasa nemo ka brofo aye nyina ye beti. Nti wakoye police ni na watumi afa police ntiti emu de officer ne nim so ya we say ye do quarter ye nka brofo munim de nta ye nka twi munim de nta atisa ye koka twi a entro a ye twatu nipa na ye di ne court so no obeti ase say ya twa ntro to no so. I remember mini lawyer ni bi shaye no explain it say the only thing na Ghana ye nima de bia ye bu bebre na ye koda prison ne say e toda wo ye mfunso a Samfu support na we no enye no na police ni tro our statement mu di kokoto or di tro 1000% abema judge ni no buafu na wa chi watu mu na ya mu tro the enti etis ane so mu hu say me kin kai law no enim say na law no sitie nti minim ni pa ye friend no business lawyer minim ni fa ye friend criminal lawyer minim de ye friend no den lawyer anti no sa asem to mi bia say a criminal thing na makofa business lawyer say a business issue na makofa criminal lawyer ni saint no say police ni no so nya asema say bi no wa try ade a odu court oye be chi watum say musi mi boa mu man nkrofo omu wo police station omu di nukure mu man nkrofo omu wo law no ma omu ta court mu bisa omu say omu kodu court wa de issue na yesi wase asem bi si de omu kodu court ho omu start asem no na issue a judge ni kind free statement omu di free police station ko ye no na enye sa ade na guy ni yeye wonka ade no ba opeja no saka say my lord issue na o kind no enye sa na abrante ni ka wo police station ho omu kom no na ye police ni na otikanta ho no na omu abo ni trim ye de etroye Ghana ni dodo sen ena anim se ko police station a mia na wo se midi minsa esopen mu etro me statement Yenim because law na da ho ba yankinkan ye ni time ho ye mami no mu one o man kire de bia ye bedufia stop that don't do that don't make that isusu one thing go for you nti ye nti ase say officer me who statement no didi na temenne endidi na temochina adentia sana oman ye pe no enwumre ya guy ya oye we Avram Bemoshe edibibi to ni status say onsu anase onsre because you see affordable houses is $200 million. Ni nyine gu ho essay Ghana for you see yempe. Sa na meka no nye yempe ni for so mu pe Ghana for you see yempe affordable houses. And na ye kokosi the same cathedral $200 million. Nto odi ni nyine to ho no bisa say onsu announce and na me tro the sending ni say enye yempe ni for fort. Nemo eyeye o man ba no yeye den ye fort. Every say ye pe kasa bebre but say ye betu anamo aye bibia ma yempenifo hu say we de yempen we ne yim ye nti de bia me ka kire diaspora ne say emane ye say eba betina radio tv ni we so say yenka ye be ka no 100 years enye dwuma da until say ye betu anamo ye action bi ema bibia say no bibi nye ye ena yenka hu say friti oba de friti ase be pimene no say bibia say a enya de a bibi be ye nti especially ye Ghana for ye dai sa hu bebrebe say say BBC na you to because say ade hey ade na nya ade say mu be ye ni peaceful na mu destroy ade ebedu baby a was a bibi destroy na bibi ntumi ye efi say ye mpene ho say so mu di nyama ne ba ya ye krom kasa mo a ye mami no mu ye papa no mu ye nana no mu a omanyini wo fi a omu woni bie bia ombetumi aka se mu fa ha no omu be ho ade no se na esiti poti no mo di
ombeti ase
etu mu ba ne trimunti omu fam bra kan kasa mo na okrom kasa mo da nebo nana do begina ho ambesemre unti dia oka nti se wo didi watamo se wo ye de mi nana wo te prasi no woni nti wo so ye nana do brofo de ye de ba brofo na wo se ye de no dia asem na wo te wo uti ngre mi na wo so fi hokodai so ye nti ase na ma ye nimbri se from a neck there mi ba mi di ba school mu ba betua sika bebre no mu nkyere ne mikrom kasa mami so ye eveni a mu nkyere ne efe mami so o ya ka ne mu nkyere na ka mami until so ye be yes no police officer be court akoka kire una na say Israel ka brofo me ka okrom kasa enu ne be koso
me pacho me pese me ka wa osama ka pese me ka ba ko support ro. When say all the time, make us say, I believe in action more than words.
Yes.
It's you take action, and I yes, sir. They said that make me say bribe we near my one and one aje. It is I'm from my one end into yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's how can there be no ya grandpa?
Me that's mommy.
More money say some more and then more to be if you will give me this morning. The money more.
Oh yeah, na mo ho dia mo man pani culture on Facebook.
So near one of the and they two.
So yeah, ECOWAS president until was the SC who condemn to who release papa immediately.
Well, see a tune what we had or the dear who are with me.
Was ECOWAS in penny for the SC no and yadipa and fanny munyamni obu and fan better mining to no release papa. Ye man penini ECOWAS for you serious and now say sebio mincha because all the time enyamafuni nkosi asem de ombe baki ba se bibi ha citizen a ombe bie ma no kasa se we enu de sebio bibi two citizen na na do be omba Facebook da omba Twitter da at ma bibi ntu sebi nkosi ampeni for mo de anim enu de obeba be condemn se de ekoso no ne njehu but me they be ameka say very soon the ebesi no ebe ye omumu bi nwa say den kwa na free nti sometimes enyamase na youth ne kasa na bi no ba be na nanse youth mu mbu ade wu bu ade anka akwara no ambu sanka akwara no bebu but omu sorry a omu fi say bi youth ne da form na de bia omu na omu so but yen kan ho say wana assassin ye omu dia na omu koya ye fi say omu mba bi no omu gusu ba na omu ba beje o ma de ho ansa na ye ni be ba ho so say ye di nkwasa asem.
Yeah, and then so you Rebecca said on support you Mali moved to one president. Oh yeah. What happened? Yeah, two. I quote with the 4 years ago, 5 years ago. What we're trying to do is almost 11 years. Who signed Aqua Corporate for another 5 years deal? And a Chrome for the no. It's network who nipa ebo say we Chrome. They don't really care. They go to say 1 year, and that's what we can be. But Chrome for no brown or brand who can be. It is the no one here. So what she said about this will be the about the same just to be able to say more. No, I said so to would you.
Sincerely, was so sancio now the wood and ashim. Because they are no aye obi a oka ha semi me si Ghana for na man kwan enti na tora yes and some Ghana na hu ye
man name say na me tell ade ba one name say o bet to Gaddafi yes one no name say bet to Gaddafi because Gaddafi na the bodyguard no one yet terrible cry chain nipa ati true no so they say e di obi ani ho a e
nothing is permanent.
Nothing is permanent. It is a whole thing that we say now. Hope it's all the year. One day, Nkrumah, the kind is I think was school, and we say who school we knew what is going on. Not me, yeah, a class one, a young pioneer. So Gambia, so only young pioneers, and they will give him because that time near a young pioneer. Yeah, it is a Ghana flag. Yeah, the school and nation where you the Ghana flag are bow on neck.
Yeah.
At the same handkerchief, you know, they are bow now, the boat, the India boom, now push where young pioneer. So they are
kaki.
Yeah, shake kaki. You call your parade, you be a marching part. In the Kwame Nkrumah, I remember Kwame Nkrumah is our leader. He's a Messiah. Kwame Nkrumah is what is it? What happened? See it true, no. I don't know yet the most powerful I want to.
Now, we're quite a few. Look at this person, Osama bin Laden. Why can't a bit McCarthy a bit unity form?
Yeah.
The unity form. But the thing is, you cannot. Honestly speaking, in Ponifono, it be me a day. As I said, where things are going to happen, there were so many areas. Can you? I was watching. Let me hear documentary. Be. Kofi Smart will be about some programming. Hospital are a year more than 500 beds. It be more than 800 beds. Very big, huge hospitals. Confanochi Tech Hospital, and another will be so. Could you say a room? It's like a whole town on its own.
Baby, I didn't grow free banana. Now you know.
A hospital in Lancaster, yes. Okay. I'm abandoned. Would I call?
And then you are a bit if you know now.
And no, and a bit if you different. We see a different.
Our tech. Back our
tech. Mahama Kuraka.
Mahama, NDC for Nancy, a bit if
you for the past 12 years. And I've come for a 2 phone Kasa edit in such a pen for support for the past 12 years.
You only to me sing me.
I'm releasing fans cry in my home. And these hospitals are a bush. It's a real fool.
Sir, beautiful the answers are. Well, beautiful the only the near system.
So say between when sometimes no, I sometimes blame our phone anyway. The hot is now you're trained government is our now is a leader. I say Papa Otiko Anna ubi a dear amount Anna the oil amount what dear no your assassin say or maybe into me and fro manu niano no fast for say I dear winnie ye. Ebeboye onu akuna oye omoye bi pacho momie fisika ketenketembra na ye ntoaso etinu but all must we always see that
na minchawa no onim de ntia saa nyama no koso Ghana sa
because politics
ya himfofo ne dodo na akoye MPP NDC
politics
na on say community bia anya himfofo ba ko na eroli nti ahimfofo mienu ana miensa na ewo ho no mienu ye MPP na mienu ye NDC ni se nti issue ne ba mi se djuma mi nti sometimes sem bia ho no ma anye se mi bo mi trimpo na meka because bia ho no ma ye hu nyama ne bia ye kobisa o clearly na se ma o ka be ma wati asese ye politics nti na on pese obeye and ahimfofo no dodo na o be o mo bisa o ma enye o mo fault o ma se ma mbeka ne se o mine na odi enim na kuro na odi enim no waji wotumi e wo nsam ni nyina de akoma politician nipa to mo de
odi we kwa de nye waji wotumi o mine na wo ohun na wo ye leader wo no wo enkrofo ni bi amu nkran amu abruchiri amu we o mine hin anase kuro hin o bodwa or ye appeal for fans project bi so
Nana sir abai na start ade na and Mika say, ye all the power from your hands to the politician. Miss Ramo, mind is Anyama say because Nyama be a honuma. Yes, you bet to me a blame him for, but 90% and my info mudimbem. Ye power nina diama politician, say na issue no city. A bank or started Juma be or Krubi mua. And or hini be any honma was in Sakum. The anti artist and says, so he no man in Crawford be we cry a yabain and on Becca say, on baby, no non casse a yono ye. Sadia no ya himfofo bebre na ehye omu se ade yi uba beye untumi nyami beye made soso a wo si wo na wo yeye so wo hine no uba beka otan no ahya se from ho impo wo community wo MP wo minister of free krom ho mpo kra be tan wo e wo saade no ho ni senti ahimfofo no se mimpe me hwase bo mu so mu di ba no ene na eto me bia e ha ye mu bi soso saade no ene ha adwin
emra so a e wo si nya
politicians
radicals.
Yes.
What I say? I was saying, yeah, if you want me radicals, okay, would you obey credit time, medium family home? We see you complete. Say, which may be as a president, and as MP, or be an omrekua, a chroniform, a contribute to Sika from Kotukum, a support to you as a water. Would you obey family?
That's what they do.
Oh, back to be a recipe of fire, bro.
At the end of the day, in Pontu, Ayarasa, in school, something about me cool, would you credit Neko, but about me cool.
Onim say Ghana ha yempeni for no nim say nti onim say Ghana ha say oba be road 1 kilometers now be spending be 100,000 Ghana cedi I also 50,000 Ghana cedi ma Binance sana o maye no obe 1 kilometers road na ebe koso 100,000 Ghana cedi I also 50,000 Ghana cedi ma buy ni senti asikafo bebre wakom ha on betumi aye road maybe 1,000 kilometers of road but because of saade no hu hinti omuso munye because me na me o mesika na ade say na me sim besese gise me sa tua sika na me be say mu half the mouth dia ende me nye kra nka pesa makoboka wo ho that's problem ayo organa nti ni senti se omu koye djuma bi o community bia giso ko gi permit fra ban ho say edjuma we na me person me ye na ban na ma go ahead say yes yeah ni senta ban no o jai o na o ye a ye beka say nyo no na ono kra bai wa nya hwe maye citizen no omo nto aba ma nti on pini ma onye nti odi we no beko office no
some policies that free the country abino. I will see you go back and Christ said now some constitutions and some rules and some other things be M1. There should be some changes, but not
someone say
there should be amendment.
Munim say the constitution review biaba. Minim say munim dia.
Constitution
review.
When was that? When was that constitution review?
No, it is Atames Nedibaye.
Oh, long
yes, Atames Baye no say constitution that hono nyama bebrema e bogus. Offer all the dignitaries, offer all the leaders, offer all the takusa omo maimu, lawyers, judges, even Georgina Wood in Crawford, Rollins, even ono nana dona otiso. Na sema osi emphasis constitution ana omaino e wo constitution review amekamu no cresem ne say Atames bota ni nyina ne say whole constitution na Rollins time omu choye no mpenifo na omu wo ho no extra de no favor omu nkwa as citizen nka ho ni senti yemfa bibimbra ebeye long time period nti bibi ti say school bibi ti say available house omu si bibi ti say hospital say aban bi hye no we ya say aban fufro ba immediately I was so to me we say ade na ansa no nkasa hye aye ni dia ni nyina was a constitution make mu seti a nti sa fix the country demonstration aye nkro for ye no omubuta ni nyina ne say sa new constitution no ye mframba na ye nyuso eno enu pe ne ye omume agenda agenda ni say bibi ye say na say bibi yin free ho but who ko hwe sa constitution review no ma the whole adena sebio America UK Canada ni nkro for usual ene a long time period and adema omuno our constitution mu misi Mahama de wom Kufo de wom Rollins de wom nana do oti akonya so nyama bia all position oka say ye wo man mu na ko mfie bebre betumi abo no ni de awom Chief Justice akani na owo so ni de awom empenifa kuku da ma ye respect omo man mu omu na omu trust a constitution review na meka hasem but aban bedu ye so the constitution review no be ye juma no who say person some family parliament. No more share say nyama bi omo a year and answer no more approve and I'm paying for because a koban sa pe sebi bogus parliament na wo ho no ombesa yi nyama pa na wo mu efri ho enunti na nkrofo sorry na yes afis the country demonstration because nyama na wo constitution mu ye mpani for ne nim so mu di ba pe so unya ye bone a ye bechi watum ehonu mu a ye mbisa say sika na fa hi wo ye de na wo di ye mbisa straight e wo say ye di ukotum na ye gisika no any property edima o finance ni senti constitution review no e wo ho na dada na o de ye djuma na ye we wo ho na ye wo that's the secret sa nyama we ni nyina no anka atames botany say ye nyimfrim say ye beka say o mampani bi ba on be sha say ye ni de o mampani bi ba na o diskakra ko na agya ni sa no sa nyama no bo man no nti ye nyimfri ho na o mampani di bone a ho a ye nchinitum ni nyina wo sa constitution review mu ba hwan na di be ye djuma because ye nyina ye bokro no answer.
You the name try to put things together. Well, someone would say, yeah, question there. So, yeah, need changes to be a home there, and idea in the we will be in that your day, one day
we will talk show the line.
What time? We are also the but what time? Baba. If you would open your idea, open time maybe when your time is up now. You will pay what time is up. If you one bad day on bad day, you would keep on because here and after sending boy, you know, that boy, no one say or call University of Rwanda. Kigami. Some boy named Echo Goduka, you know, the honor Kigami, I said that friend, and then they call, and then they transfer many in common. After that, not more kind of this boy is a very intelligent person. And I said, all you who never walk from Hannah will listen to this guy now and can be a change. Oh no, what's the more kind in United States? There's one thing our kind when we are one would you go back and listen to him? Or see Africans, African youth, they are not leaders. Opa, go and listen to it. Or say they are not leaders. Or say no, or say some of them are not leaders. So they are there. Because some of them don't even know what they are doing. Since they came, they don't have no idea what they are doing. They didn't know we have corruption. So, okay, look, this is how we're going to do this. Corruption. Okay, look at Rwanda. The way I want to set it up on one number one, you don't go and pay anybody because everything is digital. You just go and pay those things now. You don't have to go and pay anybody. Because at the end of that, all you have to do is just go and pay the thing and go and create your thing. But at the end of the day, no, we have paperwork to do. If you have not paperwork to be brave, then they won't be necessary. Yet our machines at the baby seat, I remember. A machine, a best scanner and normal work contain a new machine that doesn't feel Ghana to the making. I didn't go for the engine. Is the machine now working? No, machine is working perfectly well because they spent over $8 million buying that machine. But one to say it's a waste of time. See, they use $10 million and they are also $10 million. How they see for use again. It doesn't work. If you are in a couple of years' time, at the end of the because every day, technology, it doesn't stay old. It's going up every time. There are technology, new technology. This one, action is of no use. The $10 million down the drain. You're talking, not watching. It is never to talk to no more baby Ghana. If you are a hospital, be a mamma, you find it one. If you are affordable housing, yeah, more than what I mean. Yes, windows in the room, a dining next to me empire. Because they are not
one district, one hospital, so one why. Make a hospital of 800 beds. A good hospital, a good room, a food. And you're not here. Hospital,
yes,
military hospital, the whole military hospital. A war, a kufu and a start here. It's a good room. Who are Urabahukeke. So send ye day, but say, I mean, oh, come on. A hospital equipment, oxygen, it's a real food. So can you imagine?
Yeah, because I be 3 hospitals my head. We'll be shared up for year. It's almost completed though. Air conditions now work one year in and it's not air condition now man getting general air condition. I didn't get the thing and go past that to create 2 spare parts and the year I Ghana the engineer one the scraps. Those who call I know about to do you know the scraps. Good sheets you know you to 2
well, when we move here, me youth and me Ghana and me campaign we against we are. Akameka say we should look into this. President Bia what abandoned project Bia before no. We should not bring him back. And see, I think you're saying about baby because we will see resources, we will see scar. There be a query. Wow, it's Uber now. Who do manifesto bar? Make I say, who you correct? Why do we vote for you? Meanwhile, you are starting to be a go. Say, what is the difference between Uber transfer and Uber transfer? Come on, just wasting our money, just wasting. Say, the bringing me a baby. I think what's the same thing. Come on.
Oh yeah, and what the own pedal, you know now, who come out. The Ghana, there are so many things that we are wasteful. So wasteful, no, because of our politicians. There's one thing that we have to really understand. Okay. Cynthia, you okay? You are permitted to. Okay, thank you. Manika says she has to leave. All right. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Okay. We are to talk. So him one. A normal review I use Ghana. To me, doesn't make sense. One bit. You have to talk V8 engine car. I believe Ghana 270 something. That's number one. Mahama no more time no before some Mahama. I want to talk V8 engine cars. Maybe this is the good Ghana. They want me and distribute cars. That cars if it's baby. They buy and they say, yeah, the chain for. And they say, why are we still doing the same thing over and over? If you cars now won't to be good one, you see an idea. And V8 engine cars, it doesn't help because a gas guzzler car, we call 8 miles per gallon. 8 miles per gallon. It is all quarter a better gas and maybe a walker. The answer is we know the engine be good. But instead they say, where are our priorities? And I want to find out, do we really have some kind of priorities? And now I say we don't. Because look, you see, you hear me confirm the fatter. You could talk us here about the Ghana. Your schools in yet, your hospitals in yet, your roofs in yet. Corruption. You call the police those people don't have equipment on the bay fighting corruption. So this is one where corrupt already. No review everywhere. we bet me one V8 engine car now $100,000. You know, say at least we bet 85 class 5. Would the young fan say? They say could be say you can say hip hop example. If I start betting, only script. But what they can do is the government immediately will say, look, your government will scan for blocks and roofing sheets and all this. I mean, you have to build the school yourself. If you say, what decided is every town be a 1 year, they tell me that they are not going to do it. They will. Because one here, community labor, they can do it. What we need, let's say, this kind of money, that is our own. Them sending me something. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you know, can make put in areas, but I don't think that can because time is already gone. We are currently 3 minutes. Anyway, next week, we'll try and do it all over again. We'll try and see, say, the youth, whatever that you told us, we are working on it. We haven't forgotten, say, about we haven't forgotten about it. We are busy in the election. Now, your way I come, and with this, I think that anyhow, okay. All right, and this is Naneo business. Naneo, with me, Ekuzua.
Your home health care agency of Delaware. I provided home health care to seniors and adults with physical disabilities. Me I contact you now. You have provided service no amount. Your phone number no 302 376 6279 302 376 6279. Home health care agency. Thank you.
And you be open home care attendant as well. The number in the email in the media was to with your friend. Now, the Ope Juma, only say, get a too bad. Home care, who are blowing his office on the coast, who is out there with your friend. Now, wouldn't I see a customer? The TV, so my main call, no, TV call me enough here, my GM cruise. But until no, make a sense the good GM. But on TV, you're my last word at night, is the GM with me. I'm enough here for TV for that. Cruise.
Okay, enye easy sa na end up from so sebio yena sesia ye adwese we will go into African spirituality system no yenim de ekoso na yenim de ba na yenim de beba ochina nti sometimes ya na yebon na ehu embo ye wo hu bebre sebio oman na sei ana oman na enye yebio nti etore ya na nkrofo bisam se nti oman ga na be ye ne de meka chom se best say yejitum say aha na yefriba na aha na yepese yekodia ebesisa nti ema hum boye ewo bebia yewo bia say nyama ekoso Ghana ni se na Ghana city sia de nya de Ghana be bi yedwini sa nya de a yebetumi aye de asisi ne mo yejitum say baby asay kodu bia no mi metumi aye mafam de e manasesa mi metumi aso ha manasesa ebinom de no ebeye kasa a mo de be bie ebinom adwemu na adwenu bie ma ebinom wi a omoso beteki studio action no anam se ombeto anamo no na atumi aye den aye adwuma nti yenti ase se yeni a yentumi mba forward mbe kasa no yentina se din hwe se ya fam dia ye beye no so ewo hefa ebia wo die no se obeto anamo nti ye ka ne se no ebia ye mu bi eniska ba yenim hawa ye kasa ebia wo susu de wo sta ba se nia obepia onipa ni makasa no eye issue a obetumi aba forward mpenifo imu bia nche se da bi nsema ya moka no eye ba esese ye tu hu anamo sa anamo tu no migidi se sika na ebeye migidi se we na ebeye migidi se we na ebetumi akwa ebetumi aboa na oman no yesiesie na media ni wagidi na ehu serious so ewo makomam de bia se oman Ghana eye oman bia debi beba wana omutiti afufro man so nyina ebeba betina fie ba na wana se bi onne omufi se ya bofom nti ye ba besra omo no omo so mbeba abesra ye ansa no madi wa hunji ntum no mi na meka se emere bi beba gise ya no mu ba ye nchen ebe pa ye chose ye ma omu kwan na omu nya kakra bi ndi ansa no manya di nyenti asese saa na ebekọ no ni nya jide na akopudro se no matter how wo ejiniti bia no obetumi ansa na wo bra so a ama wo nananom abefa wakọ ondum boye na ntumi nya kokodro bi mfanye adwuma no ekosese o man Ghana ebe efa no ntuma pafra obo ade no nkae nyina ye ho
yo dear me that anti bi maybe
Papa.
So the open the na ya pon
I say me dey da me come say it takes two to tango. Ikasa na nko ano enye adwuma nti ese take action da me come say brabo aye abrochire for ye man mom ye nyai eno so ebetimi amansesa kakra because empenifo bubesi odwan bro sile duasa ye nsa no sa brabo ne ye ho ento ye free tete nti se tutututu akwan hunu niema different hu se abrochire wo pade anya brabo de be mo anya eso ya adwuma ni straight ni nyina ye sua niema ye always sebi otafrache first ye wo Ghana kura no obi yare kompo kura ye se ye be yifo yare etwa ye se be yifo yare so ye ba abrochi ye hu se ni nyina ye yare enti mum yensesa ye lifestyle brabo na ye kono ye pentem enti bosumi o na me fa ma no me ntua no me nkono mum ye nyae se wo kono ukori yo ka na ye tua 30 cedis na onipa kono so be use 40 na 50 a ye de satam is the time I say we hear noise am obi hu say scarce say utua ni say utua we because I dey na bi ato me pay me take action no e we ke bank me ko ji misika yes bank manager say me mani sika bi ansa no asa me check no me ye dede no o de misika ma me ntua hwe ya ma no abrochira haye nyina ye nim say when you do a good job you get a tip. But here a way of tipping and a way you be say a bribe on never na a broso. And to mummy yes, a son, one so sa. Me the da some me canon. Yes, a son, and a son no. Now most of the brochure for so near tie and must have unnecessary scat because ye pentimenti. Mommy yes, because yet a Ghana head in Ghana head, the Yamane one did. Ushe videos na manema say aye fro kra no em se Ghana kra no mo amutie brecha amuhye ve no kra no mo wedding boy nye tete se Ghana for there entinema bebre o ho a mo me ensesa me de American no ni take action speaks louder than words
that's it
the American the big cruise same time next week, yes, a bit was whatever that we have to do.
Me pacha me pese me ka assembly so etwa to on say owura na yes we kon kware me ensa no binu de yenku no e betimi anka me so me suggestion ni say mumma yenyi me bi ti say ni liver ne kidney ene ne heart bibia me face say ɛyɛ de ebetimi yi wɔ ne ho ɛde ama nipa papa no ma yɛnko no ba ha te yɛnyi mfama nipa papa na yɛnkɔto ne ntwene ne brain yɛ yɛmpɛ oli ɛyi no nko a liver no ne ɛnɛma spare parts ɛho hia ne yɛnyi na yɛnkɔto ne ntwene because ɔkɔda prison kora no san baabi a bɛyɛ west
Ozagoda prison ya to dia ne media.
Ya san to dia ne manadi nti no yenyi newspaper sem fa me ne papa for na yenya ne kwa ma ne nko
You better move na you tief kwa mu Ghana game obodai ya mu se wo banza wona ata ubi ya rutie better move na ya no mo kechre one like comments ya mu pese mu ya somebody ya send me comments so dia brain na yes free ya de ama abusia for the same time next week you be share na ya didi ya ho enkomo e beda mase na the mosiha next week is the friendship game or tell one ya from why na me
all right, Pacho.